Hi, I'm recording this BasicFitAfter49 session for those of you who don't have Zoom or who are curious about what we do or who are regulars who couldn't make today's 11:11 Eastern Time event, but don't want to miss a day. It will last about 33 minutes once we get started. We do the beginning Qigong practice, which is based on the National Qigong Association's 5 treasures set at the beginning and end of each session. Several other routines, such as the opening flexibility sequences and rolling the feet with a ball, are standard. But we do different resistance and balance exercises in the middle of each session, and I strive to throw in something new every day that might resonate particularly for you. The goal is to give you gentle, safe, effective exercises that you can continue to do anytime, any place, in any attire, with a minimum of equipment, basically a ball like a tennis ball or a racquetball, a pole or a stick, and a sturdy chair for years to come. So let's switch to the other camera and we'll get started. We're going to start by stretching out the hamstrings. You can use a stick or a pole if you need it for support. Bend down, cross your leg, and one leg in front of the other, bend down and stretch. If you need this to hold on to, use it. Come up, other leg in front of the other. If you don't need this, just leave it there. And come up. Put your hands together. We're going to be hinging from the waist, doing a kettlebell swing between the legs. Keep your spine straight and neutral. And then go right. And come back up and go left. And pause for a second. Take a nice deep breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And march in place. Or jog. Get the heart rate going. You can alternate. Pick up your knees, whatever you feel capable of doing. The idea is to be safe, gradually progress. And 3, 2, 1. Stop. Hold your hands in front of your abdomen. 2 deep breaths. Rub your hands together, cultivating some chi, some life force energy. Pretty soon as you take them apart at the palm, you'll feel that energy. And just form a little ball, chi ball, very flexible. Chi ball that moves you in all directions. Just follow it wherever it's taking you, which is definitely different from where it's taking me. And we'll pause and we'll start the National Qigong's 5 treasure warm-ups with a shaking of the tree. Just shake your limbs every which way. The Qi ball, something I've got from another Qigong master, Robert Peng. Does a lot of teaching on videos and in person. You could look him up, P-E-N-G. And shake that right hand and arm and that left hand and arm and the left leg, the right leg. And stop. Again, center. In diaphragm is pushing the belly out. Now swing from the waist. Your hands are in a light fist hitting your back. Three, two, one. Center. This is the first of the 5 treasures, ocean wave breathing. Your hands come out, your palms go down, come back to the center, go out a little bit further this time. And keep going up, and you're breathing in as they go up and exhaling as they come down. Move slightly forward as you go up. Pull back on your heels as you come down. We're going to go up to shoulder height. And then when we get there on this one, we'll start coming back down. And pause. A couple of breaths. Expand in the rib cage too. Take your hands, form a bond between your fingers and your thumb. Put that hand behind your back. Same leg comes out at a 45-degree angle. Other hand gathers in starlight around the lower dantian, the heart, the throat, third eye, and above the crown. We'll go 5 times here. And now we'll start coming down. Third eye, throat, heart, lower dantian, and center. Same thing with the other hand, behind the back, right on the spine. That foot comes out, other hand gathers in starlight. And now let's start coming back down. And center. Couple of deep breaths. Take your hands, press the fingers together towards the palm. Interlace the fingers. Bring them up over the head and back. Moving into our flexibility sequence. Bring it back down. Go to one direction. And then the other. Put your hands behind your back and lift up. Bring your hands around. Put your fingers pointing skywards and pull back. Fingers pointed down, pull back. Flip the hand over and press down above the knuckles so the wrist is being stretched. Other hand. Fingers printing up. And down. Flip it. Bring your bicep across your throat and press against your elbow. Notice I'm rocking back and forth, or maybe standing on one leg for a while. Other arm across the throat. Just practicing my balance. First arm behind the head and press down on the elbow. Just do what feels safe with the balance. And then bring one arm over the top of the head and on the ear and gently tug your head towards the shoulder. Other arm, other way. Look up. Look down. Look over one shoulder. See who's gaining on you. Nobody. Other shoulder. And rotate the head in one direction. And the other. Put your arms out and rotate them in one direction. And then the other. Stop, put your thumbs up and put them down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. Now grab your stick, whether it's old mop handle or this is a nice 5-foot, 1-inch in diameter PVC pipe from Home Depot with 2 end caps. We're going to put it in front of us. Hold on as much as you need to hold on. It's there for support. Come up on your toes and we'll go to 15, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come back down, rest for a second, and then back on your heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, back down. Take the stick and put it in front of you and make circles in front of you. And then stop and reverse the direction. You're rowing back towards yourself and out. And then go laterally. And stop and go in the other direction. Probably hearing some snap, crackles, and pops. Stop and flip and flop. And put the pole behind your back in the crook of the elbows. Standing up nice and tall, spine straight. Move your head out and back, like a pecking pigeon. Straight out and back. Great exercise to do even without a pole. If you've been looking down at a screen for a long time. Stop. Now, just twist. I was a little too close to my screen, so watch out what's behind you. Stop and lean back. Come forward. Take that pole in the palm of your hands and reach behind you. Go up a little bit more. Come back down, reverse the grip. Go back up. Standing tall. Up a little further. Come back down. While you're here, take that pole behind your back and make sure, as best you can, that the back of your head, the space between your shoulder blades and your lower spine are aligned with the pole. They should all be touching the pole. And then you want to hinge from the waist. And when we do some of the following exercises, like the chair squats, That's how you want your spine to be. In a neutral alignment, you want to be hinging from the waist. We can put the pole down, and we're going to grab a chair. Now, there's several ways to do a squat. The basic way, cross your arms, sit down in the chair like you're sitting down for dinner, and get up. Sit down, get up. If you're ready to progress, you're just touching the top of that chair with your glutes and coming straight up. If you don't need a chair, you can come down without the chair. You want your knees to not go beyond your toes. And you can always carry a weight, even if it's a couple of cans of tomato sauce. And you can progress, or some barbells. So those are the progressions. I'm going to start in the middle. We're going to do 10. I'm going to do with just my glutes touching the top of the chair. 1, 2, do whatever is right for you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Now you can do those in the course of the day. You know, every time you sit down, you might want to do 10 squats, whichever way is best for you. Let's sit down in the chair. We're going to do 3 seated core exercises. First one is side to side reach. Your core is engaged. Your ab muscles are pulled back tight, but you're breathing. And one more. Good. Now put your legs out. Come up to the edge of the chair and reach across and try to touch the tops of your toes. If you can't, no problem. Just go as far as is comfortable for now. Stretching out the hammies and hip flexors. Good. Come back, sit back in the chair, and we're going to do some leg extensions. Put your hands on the side of the chair and just kick up with one leg, kick up with the other. Up, up. If you got ankle weights, you can progress by putting those on at some point. Two more. 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, we'll put the chair back. Grab your pole again. I want to do a couple of other stretches. We're going to put your pole in your, let's say, right hand, and pick up your left foot if you can, and stretch that quadricep muscle. If this is too difficult, it might be easier to put the pole in the other hand, your left hand, and pick up the foot in front of you. So whichever way works to stretch that quad. And then we'll do the other foot. Or this way. Now, put one foot in front, bend the knee, the other foot is back. Lift the sole off the ground and lean into your front foot and stretch that calf in the back. And then come up, switch the pole, switch the feet, stretch the other calf. And come back up. We're going to get down on the ground, kneeling, and then go into what is called a 90-90. So the sole of one foot is on the ground. The pole is in the other hand. And you're going to lean forward into the leg whose sole is on the ground and stretch the hip flexors. Come back up, reverse the pole, reverse the foot, stretch the other hip flexor. And come back up. You can put the pole down or away. We're done with it for the day, but we're still on the ground. We're going to go on all fours and do some cat-cows. So the back comes up, chin goes in, back arches, head goes up. Hold. And arch. Hold. And arch. Hold. And arch. To do two more. And good. Go back into that 90-90. Put both of your hands inside the leg whose sole of the foot is on the ground. And bring your hand up and stretch. And if you're up to it, rather than kneel, you can bring that foot up off the ground. And do it that way. Come back down. Do two more. One. Back. Two. And back. And then switch sides. I'm going to leave my knee down this time. And coming up. And down, up, and down, up, and down. Excellent. Now you're on your back. One leg is lying on the ground. The sole of the foot is on the ground for the other. Your hands go under the small of your back, in the lumbar region, to provide support. What you're going to do is come up again with that neutral spine that we demonstrated before. Using your core, lift your head, shoulders, and neck a few inches off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back down. We'll do that again, two more times. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and rest. And one more time on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and down. This is called the McGill curl up after Dr. Stuart McGill, University of Waterloo. You could look him up, switch the legs. The leg that was down comes up, vice versa, hands stay there. And we're going to do it 3 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and down. Your elbows are on the ground. You're engaging your core, you're breathing. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and down. And up one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and down. Good, take a couple of nice breaths. And we're going to get up and grab our ball. I'm going to use a racquetball today. Put it down on the ground. Assess how your feet feel on the ground, how your ankles connect to your feet, how your knees feel, how your hips feel. Just take a mental note. You're going to put that ball in the middle of your foot and press down 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Move it up to the knuckles, the bony part of the foot right underneath the crease of the toes, and go across once on each knuckle. Now rotate on the heel and slide the ball across the knuckles. And then roll the ball down each of the bones. Bring it back up, roll it down. If you need to, use the back of a chair, use your pole, use the side of a table, stand next to a wall. Just make sure you're stable doing this. After you finish rolling it down each of the bones, scribble it all around that foot. Three, 2, 1, stop. Reassess. Feel the difference in that foot as opposed to the other. You have hydrated the fascia in that foot, and hopefully you're feeling it all the way up the chain. Take the ball, put it underneath the other foot, right in the middle, step down 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Move it up to the knuckles once across. Rotate on the heel and slide it laterally across the knuckles. roll it down each of the bones to the top of the heel. And then scribble it all around. And 3, 2, 1. Make sure that ball is out of the way. Reassess. Hopefully both feet are feeling grounded, rooted, because we're going to do some basic balance exercises you can do at any time. And that is a heel to toe. Now, if you feel unbalanced when you put your heel in front of your toe, don't quite do it. Do a stagger step a little bit closer than you normally walk. But the idea is to be looking straight ahead, looking at something in front of you on the wall, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. You can turn around, you continue to do that. Or if you're up to it, you can do it backwards, heel to toe, heel to toe. If you want more of a challenge, you can look left, look right, look left, look right, which takes the vision out and relies totally on your vestibular and proprioceptive system for balance. And again, that's something you can do often. If it's too difficult, just do a stagger step to start. A little bit closer than normal, but still a challenge. We're going to close with some Qigong. We're going to put our arms out and open the heart. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Moving forward, coming back. Pause, take a deep breath, and exhale. Center, take a couple of nice deep breaths. And now we're bringing down heavenly chi. Moving forward on the way up and rocking back on the way down. And now we're going to go down and bring up earth chi to the heart. And on this last one, we have gathered so much chi in the course of this exercise that we are going to exclaim, in the words of Cheng Al Huang, ah, ah! Namaste. That is it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.